Well as what could be your last airing of our weekly deal drop from our Samsung laptop. That's gonna be the lowest priced on any laptop that we've ever offered or will offer for this year. Speaking of low prices though, and you know, it's Mike's job to educate you, of course, in the world of coin collecting, but as a presenter here at HSN, when I see an appealing price point like this, it's certainly something that you should sit up and take notice over. And actually, I wanna make sure, I think we don't have, I just don't want you to have any reflection on these. I gotta tell you, Mike, and we've been selling coins together and presenting coins together for years. You know, I love the peace dollar, I just do. There's something about it that is just always kind of near and dear to my heart. And you've put together a great, literally, celebration set for us at a very appealing price point tonight.
Yeah, this is the 100-year celebration set. We have been out of stock on this for almost a month. I mean, for a while I had trouble getting 2022 Silver Eagles. I finally got those, so we got those. But the hard part is obviously the 1922 peace dollar. So now look at those two coins. Realize the coin on the left is 100 years old.
Wow.
That is an original 1922 Brilliant Uncirculated peace dollar. Okay? Not reprinted, not restruck, not redone. It is 100% original, and it is an original Brilliant Uncirculated condition, original BU. I look at my nationally advertised catalog, that one goes for almost 150 bucks, okay, wow. Certified, almost 150. So then to be able to get the Silver Eagle that you have, so we have the pair at $199.95. Now, the United States Mint was going to do a 2022 peace dollar. They decided that they didn't have enough silver to do that. They didn't have enough silver to do that. So we had to go out and try to find 1922 peace dollars, which have absolutely positively disappeared from the marketplace, So that's what we have. Look at this. So 1922, and 2022. The thing that we've talked about, Shannon, and I'll talk about it again, is that, look, that coin is not reprinted, restruck, or redone in any way, shape, or form. It is 100% original and 100 years old. The fact that it exists at all is kind of a miracle in a lot of ways, because with silver has made some of these things, you know, once silver gets to $50 an ounce, they melt a million of these, you know. The vast majority of them went into circulation. Because, I mean, you know, have to understand, in 1922, this was just money. You know, This is just what people used. They really didn't use dollar bills at that point in time. They used silver dollars is really what was used. So to have it original, to have it Brilliant Uncirculated, I think is truly spectacular. And if you look at that, if you'll notice, the peace dollar was done to commemorate the end of World War I. And it says, "In God we trust." And notice, I understand and I realize the trust has a V in it. That V, if we remember our lessons from history, is the V is, America's motto is V for victory. V for victory. And so that's where it is memorialized on the coin itself. In God we trust. And so we have that right there. And it hadn't been that long since we were using In God we trust on most American coinage. That only started with the 2-cent piece in 1864, as a matter of fact, that we used the motto In God we trust. And then the motto for the war was, so it's a double motto coin, if you will, In God we trust with the V. And if we go down to the bottom pair, you can see the reverse of these as well. Also embodied of the fact this was the end of World War I, and it is indeed a peace dollar. So we have the obverse, we have the reverse, but we have the 100-year celebration. Like I said, the United States Mint was going to do a 2022 peace dollar. They decided they didn't have enough silver. And so what we did is we decided, okay, well, we'll kind of help them do their work for themselves, but we're going to use the original 1922 United States government issue peace dollar. Now, if you look up close on the reverse of the peace dollar, the 1922 peace dollar, there's a lot of eagles on American coinage. They are usually in flight. They are usually, you know, kind of boldly portrayed. And they usually have, almost without exception, the olive branch of peace and the arrows of war in alternating talons. in this Eagle, for the first time and only time in U.S. government history, the talons of the Eagle hold only the olive branch of peace. After the World War I, the world was tired of the arrows of war, if you will, and so that happened through the Peace Star from 1920. 1922 is the first full year of issue of the of release of the Peace Star. In 1922, they ended it in 1935, and then of course we have the 2022 American Silver Eagle right next to it. That also obviously not reprinted, restruck, or redone, and that is more likely right there with the Eagle in flight, and that is an oak branch for strength, is what they've done. So they've kind of gone away from the arrows of war and the olive branch of peace. So they have an oak branch in there that represents the strength of America, the strength of an oak that they've done there. That's kind of a new representation for the Eagle as well, which I think is spectacular. Very fierce-looking Eagle. I love the Eagle in flight right there. I think they did an absolutely spectacular job with that. And so you have the first full year of issue of that. You have the first full year of issue of the Peace Dollar. You have them side by side. They happen to be exactly 100 years apart, and they have to be certified Brilliant Uncirculated as well. There are so many, particularly the Peace Stars, there are so many counterfeits in the market. I suggest only buy it from a trusted source, and for sure, if possible, get it certified as well. So the numismatic experts at ANACS have determined that this is not only authentic, but it is also Brilliant Uncirculated.
Well, and Mike, that was actually one of the things that I was going to mention too. I mean, not only in terms of it being, you know, if you're not shopping here at HSN, it can be the Wild West out there, but understand that these are not commemorative medallions or reprint, you know, and Mike, I mentioned that because there is, and I don't even know if I should say bait and switch, but there's a lot of disinformation where sometimes you see even these magazine ads and it's like, you know, in honor of this or in celebration of this, and then you have to read the fine print that it's actually not a real coin. It's actually
just makes something up. You know?
Right?
It's just made up thing, you know, or like you say, bait and switch. I think you're being kind. I mean, many times it's just out and out fraud. I mean, you know, I go on the internet so you don't have to, okay, for coin collecting, and I can tell you right now, I probably make 500 purchases a year that are test purchases. I would say that 100 of them are just out and out fraud. Okay, I'm on social media and I probably report. And I get these ads because of the things that I click on, right? I probably report 50 ads a week as pure fraud because I can tell by the price. There's just no possible way. It's just pure larceny, you know, is what it comes down to. And then the rest of them are, you don't quite get what you're supposed to, or you don't get it at all. Okay, there's a lot of that. You know, you buy something, they just never ship. You never hear from them again. I have one I've been fighting for a year and a half now to try to get my money back. Not going to happen. Like I said, I try to do that so that you don't. And you mentioned that. Look, it's the Wild West out there in internet world. If you want to be a coin cowboy, you go ahead and do that. But if you want to buy from a source that we've been selling coins here for over we're going to start to go on 50 years now. Yeah. I've been here for all 50 of those years. I've only been here for going on a quarter century now, and so that's the definition of a trusted source. Okay, 30-day money-back guarantees, flex pays. I mean, you know, a guarantee is only as good as the company standing behind it, and we've been standing behind it for, like I said, you know, my company 25 years, and HSN nearly 50 now for coins. And it's truly spectacular opportunity for you to own this piece of history, this centennial thing, 2 guaranteed coins, 100-year-old Brilliant Uncirculated Peace Dollar that by itself, certified in this condition, and nationally advertised catalogs can run up to $150 or so. We've added in the Brilliant Uncirculated 2022 Silver Eagle over there on the side. I think just a spectacular pair that you have there.
Well, and it is what we say it is. And, you know, and that's not to be alarmist or, you know, disparage other retail, but, you know, it's important that you realize. I mean, it just gives you a foothold of introspection and information, if nothing else. Just be aware, HSN is not going anywhere. We've been around for well over 4 decades, getting closer to 5 decades, in fact. So even when, listen, I get, you know, enticed by the things that I see online as well, because I do a lot of shopping here and elsewhere, of course, but this really is the genuine and the authentic article, 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, and all certified, all that great stuff, plus the 3 flex pays of $66.65 in your credit card. Okay, we got a lot to get to, so only 35 minutes left in this primetime weekend showcase.